So we're 2 days into pre-season Formula 1 testing in Barcelona. The new cars are out with the new regulations, lower rear wings, wider track, wider rear tyres, which is probably the biggest change. So what have we learned? Well, it's almost business as usual. Lewis Hamilton topping the timesheets on both days, but it's not all doom and gloom though. Today, for example, he set the fastest time of 1 minute 20.6, and he did that on the super soft tyre. Now for those of you not familiar how the tyres work, there's an ultra soft tyre which is kind of kept for the slower races like Monaco and Baku, the street courses which are tight and technical. But then it goes super soft, soft, medium and hard. They're the compounds for the tyre. And the softer a compound generally means the more grip you get and the faster the tyre will be, albeit it will degrade quicker. So Lewis Hamilton's time today was set on the super soft tyre, and then behind him Kimi Räikkönen was only 0.2 slower than him. But the interesting thing is Kimi Räikkönen's time was set on the soft tyre, so technically he was running on the harder tyre, but came quite close to Lewis Hamilton's time. So that's quite encouraging. Now times in pre-season testing have to be taken with a pinch of salt, because you don't know what the fuel strategy is that the teams are using, and also what state of tune they have their engine in. They might have their engine dialed down and not be producing a lot of power. And Mercedes did a lot of that last season. They sandbagged, if you will, and they didn't show the true pace until the first race. And then vice versa, Ferrari had their power turned up and presented some good times, and then come the season they weren't as quick as was originally thought. But look, we'll have to take it as it is and assume that these times are real. And you know, it's nice to see that there might be a competitive season this year and it won't just be Mercedes dominance. What else happened today? Force India are third fastest in the time, surprisingly. They also had a great season last year. They finished fourth in the Constructors' Championship, which is great for such a small private team with a very small budget. Their new boy, Frenchman Esteban Ocon, the 19-year-old, he was laid out on the track today. He didn't come out until about 11 a.m. There's no reason, they didn't tell us why. I think they had to get parts shipped over because they had some problems with their exhaust yesterday. But he set the pace pretty quickly. He outranked the superstar Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. He was third and then got knocked down to fourth after Ocon set his time. Williams, the youngster, the billionaire son, Lance Stroll, the 18-year-old who joined Williams, he had his first run in the car today. Set consistent enough times, around 1:26, was about 3 seconds off the pace. But he's since had to retire the car. He had a spin and it's been damaged, so their day was cut short. But not a bad start for the youngster. Haas, Kevin Magnussen was in the car today, fifth fastest overall today. Not a bad showing from Haas, consistent, putting in a lot of laps, which is not bad. It's only their second season as a brand new team, so looking good for Haas. Toro Rosso, putting in a lot of laps, not lightning lap times, but consistent, so showing a lot of reliability, so there probably is more to come from the junior Red Bull team, Toro Rosso there. McLaren, another bad day for McLaren yesterday. Fernando Alonso only managed to do 29 laps. He spent 7 hours in the pits when they found out the shape of their oil tank is causing a lot of problems to them, giving them an oil leak, and changing the design of the shape of an oil tank, because that's something they're going to be able to fix overnight. So that could be big problems for McLaren after 2 or 3 seasons now, with the Honda partnership that has really gone awry. And they also have a superstar there in Fernando Alonso, so I imagine he is tearing his hair out. Stoffel Van Dorn was in the car today. Similar problems he had. He went out for his first lap, oil leak, had to come back in. Now he has completed a lot more laps than Alonso did yesterday. He's done nearly 70 laps, but way off the pace, 5 seconds off the pace. So not a good start to the year for McLaren. Renault didn't come out until after lunch today. We didn't see the car on track until 1 p.m. Sorry. They've put in a few laps, no lightning pace. But look, they must be working around a problem. And again, it's technically the first year of a new car with that partnership. They had an evolution of the Lotus last season, so this is the first year where they're really going to be going at it. So they're going to have some teething problems. So more to come from them. And Sauber, they had to change the engine earlier, which took a long time, and they've been setting slow laps. Hopefully there's more to come from them. They've got new finance this year, so hopefully this is just the start, and we'll see more from Sauber. So it's been an interesting day, more to come. Tomorrow is the third day of pre-season testing, and let's wait and see what happens. Talk to you soon.